Hello and welcome to the second part of the form generator video. In the previous part, we went over the main layout of the form generator page, and we've also discussed how to change the form title and its main menu settings. Now the next part is creating the form layout itself, and everything in a form in the system is comprised of fields. So every time you're adding something to the layout, you will start with this new field. Now, when you probably notice in different forms, there's always this account area approval, account area and account number right under the title. This comes in automatically. Those two, this row comes in automatically. You don't need to add that in. So, to go over the menu that's associated with the fields, oh, and one thing to point out, when you're right-clicking on the form title or somewhere around it, you're going to get this main menu. When you're right-clicking on a field, you'll get the field menu. And the field menu has a few settings. The first of which is edit. This is where you would make changes to a field. The second option is duplicate. This will create an additional copy of the field, no matter what kind of settings it has. The third option is copy. So if I copied this one and I created a different field, and I did whatever to it, I can just paste, and it'll revert it to whatever this was. And that's what paste does. The third option, the fifth option, I'm sorry, is lock. What lock does is, if you notice, all those fields are resizable and can be dragged around or repositioned. When you lock a field, you can no longer do that to it. You cannot resize it, you cannot drag it around, but you can drag other fields over it. That still works, but you can't drag the field itself. So let's go ahead. Unlock reverts that change. So now I can go back and do all that, and it works fine. So now we're left with those last three. Clear, we'll go over in a little bit. Clear, reset, and delete. No need to discuss those two, but delete basically just removes the field. We'll go over clear and reset here in a second. Now, when you're editing fields, you'll notice a few options. The first one is the type of the field that you're using, whether it's a label or a field. A label, so if you've noticed in any form layout, it's always comprised of labels and fields. Labels and fields. And that's basically what we're going to do. So we're going to create, we're going to make this a temporary label. So we'll call this a test label. And you'll notice a few other options around it. The first one is a tooltip. Tooltip is associated with every kind of field that you're doing. There's always a tooltip with everything. Tooltip means that same thing with those icons. Whenever the user hovers over this thing, it will show a wall of text. So here you can say, this is a test label. And now if I go over this, I will say this is a test label. And that's what a tooltip does. If there is no tooltip, nothing will come up. You will also notice a few checkboxes. We will ignore the repeatable checkbox for now, but the first three is bold, italicize, or underline the text. And you can see the changes here on the label as we're clicking them. And the last option on the label is the font size. And this decides how large the label is. And the default size is 12. If you put in whatever, it'll assume 12. Okay. And that's it for editing the label. Now, the remaining options, the remaining options are all under field. And those will be discussed in the next video. Thank you for watching.